Hey there guys, so those of you who talk to me often knows that I'm still struggling with this whole FWC thing. Some of the pulse of the people that I see with the information being public, national, and many people having their personal opinions, thoughts, concerns, a lot of concern for the reptile community, which is something that we don't normally see. But there is a lot of concern for the reptile community right now based on what happened with Mr. Coffee and his animals in Florida. So if you're watching this video and you're not familiar, just Google US Ark Florida. They have all that you would need to know posted on their website from a non-biased, factual perspective. And you can also Google the Thursday massacre here on YouTube. There's plenty of videos already out about it. I don't want to get into detail about what happened. I think enough of us know what happened, and it's still very hard for me to even be able to just talk about. So what I do want to talk about on the activating side of it is that I'm seeing a lot of feedback and concern from a lot of the people who live in Florida, which is valid, right? And the concern is that even the people who are not reptile owners, who see how wrong this massacre was, they are struggling to be comfortable with supporting our wishes to disband FWC from their current role and work with US Ark Florida to change and develop the way that we look at captive reptiles and other animals in Florida. You know, growing up, Florida was the place where you wanted to be because it was the epitome of what animal keeping looks like. To be able to keep your wonderful animals of all sorts outside for most people. Build extreme enclosures because of the habitat that you could build in that environment. And now Florida is what it is today, a place where innocent reptiles can be slaughtered, murdered in front of their keeper. We don't do that here with dogs. If you had a dog that had to be euthanized, it's taken away somewhere with animal control, and it is humanely euthanized. So it's been a struggle. It's really been a struggle. There are people who own pets, and there are people who are pet keepers, and then there are people who just love their animals, such as myself, right? And when I say I love my animals, guys, like I said this to somebody on a forum today, I can't tell you the difference of love from everything and everybody else I love. That's how much I love them. I love them the way that you should be loved. You know, like I will ride or die for my animals. I will protect them all that I can. But also, one of the things where it's important, where I say that the goal is to work with FWC so that animals aren't able to be euthanized in the manner that we saw with this massacre. But in order to band together and fight back, we're going to need the people who are afraid to become unafraid. There's no army that will win any battle if the soldiers do not show up to fight, right? And when we say fight, we mean metaphorically, hypothetically. We don't mean fight. So what I hope is that the government works with U.S. Florida to reform FWC so that what we witnessed this week could never happen ever again. There are plenty of solutions. Shipping the animals to other facilities outside of the state of Florida, because we get it. The concern is what Florida and FWC want us to believe is that the problem in Florida is only invasive species of reptiles. But a lot of that is other issues as well, as we know, which I won't go into in this video. But you can definitely find other videos that's out there that, you know, tells you the truth and the facts of how pesticides is actually destroying Florida. And as much as I'm watching more and more videos through this just to better educate myself for the pull-up on May 10th in Miami, Florida, where I'm hoping, you know, myself, well, I know I will be there, but I'm hoping there's going to be a whole lot of other reptile keepers from all over the nation coming in to support U.S. Florida. That's my hope, that's my prayer. Because guys, at the end of the day, in order to make change, we have to make noise. And the reason why change hasn't occurred, because there hasn't been enough noise. So I'm going to end this video asking you guys to do 3 things for me. Anybody's watching this video who have seen that massacre, who do not understand that these animals are our pets, just like every other common pet, I like to say. But you know, what I like for people to understand that these are also common pets. These are animals that I did this video literally just on the humble. I'm out here, I'm in one of my reptile rooms, and I was just literally, behind me is my boas, and well, most of my boas. There's another 2 on the other side. And you know, I was just sitting here and just thinking, like, I just don't get why people can't get us, but don't get us. If you cannot understand why we love our snakes, why we love our lizards, I get that. If you can't understand how murdering one of them in front of us is like triggering, I get that. I don't understand a lot of things that other people indulge in, or I don't understand everybody's hobbies, right? But that just means it's not for me. Doesn't mean that I can't have compassion and empathy for what that person goes through in that hobby. And I just wish that we can get more people to feel that same way about us and our animals. My animals are not just pets. They are part of my family. I cannot dispose of any of them. The day that they leave the earth is, in some cases, greater pain for me than some people when they leave the earth. So that's, if you need a magnitude of what these animals mean to us, they mean that much to us. We just want to work with FWC in the state of Florida to make sure that we can come to some common ground. And when I say we, I do not live in Florida, but I'm fighting with them all the way on this one. And I think that it's so important that all of you around the world, if you believe in life, that you guys support them as well. Become a member of U.S. Florida. You can become a member for free. There's a gold membership for $75. There's one for, I think, $1,000, and it goes on up, you know. I think that if you're outside of Florida to make a donation, for me, I became a member and I chose the gold membership because I don't live in Florida, but I want to support. You don't want to contribute financially or can't, because the world is tough all around. It's not just this going on, right? Just become a member. They have a free membership. Support them all the way. But those of you who can, May 10th, pull up. Peace.
This episode is brought to you by Beaded by Cedes. Cedes can provide you that flare we like around our waistline. She can provide that in your favorite color, also with your favorite reptile charm. Check out Beaded by Cedes on Instagram and on Facebook. All Maryland Reptile Show has been the longest running Maryland Reptile Show in the DMV area. Thank you for bringing us quality animals for the longest time.